What's up, Sumolings? I'm Christy with AppSumo, and today we are back at it with another webinar, and I'm joined by Ozzy and Matt of Userguiding. So thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I wanted to let you know that at the end of this webinar, we will be giving away another $100 AppSumo gift card, so you'll definitely want to stay around for that. If you've never seen one of our webinars before, this is how it's going to work. Right now, you're seeing my face and Ozzy's and Matt's, but in a second, Ozzy and Matt are going to take over and give you a demo of Userguiding, and I'm going to shut my camera down to let these guys take it off. So before we get into it, I also wanted to let you know that we will be taking questions at the end of the webinar. So if any of you have questions about Userguiding or for either Ozzy and Matt, go ahead and use the chat box to ask your questions, and I'll be keeping a list of all the questions that y'all are asking, and we will address those at the end, okay? So before we get into it, I wanted to ask Ozzy, why did you start Userguiding?
Yeah, thank you so much for such a nice introduction, Christy. Actually, that's our second company. We founded with Matt together. Actually, we founded a software development company in Istanbul three years before. We help entrepreneurs to build their products, their web applications, and it's really difficult to create and design their user onboarding process. At the end of the business, and we have to spend a lot of time to create their user onboarding process. You know, they are baby products and they change their products so frequently, and we had to change our guides, our hotspots day by day. That was terrible. After we had developed more than 10 products, and we saved some money, and we decided to go to Silicon Valley, and we went to San Francisco 8 months before, and we started to think which problem we are gonna solve. Okay, and I have worked for an angel investment network in Turkey, and I see everybody is trying to solve other people's problem, but that's wrong. You have to solve your problem. And we list our problems, and user onboarding is one of the biggest problems we have. And we inspect our competitors' product, and I asked Matt, and hey bro, and can we build a better product? And he said absolutely, and we just started to create Userguiding 8 months before. That's our story.
Wow. Yeah. Great. Okay, so I'm going to shut my camera off and let you guys take it over. And I know you have a presentation all ready to go, so take it away, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. I will start, and it will last around 40 minutes. You can ask your questions whenever you want. After our webinar, we will try to answer all of them with all details. Thank you so much for attending, and I'm starting. Matt, do you see my screen? Everything is okay, yeah, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, and I'm starting right now. Okay, we will talk about how to become a user guiding guru. Okay, and actually our topic is creating and using guides like a pro. And there are 6 main parts of our webinar. We will cover all of them. And our first part is, who are we? Actually, we are 2 co-founders, as I said, and Ozzy and Matt. That's our American names. And I'm leading a business part of our company, and Mohammed is head of engineering. We are 6 people totally. Fadik and Alijan is making me how to how to build our customer development and sales and marketing. And Orkun and Batu, they're also full stack developers like Mohammed, and they are making our product beautiful and work. Yeah. And our second part is what is user onboarding? I'm sure you know it, you already know it, but I just want to talk about. I just want to make some more clear. Okay, as you know, thousands of new products are built every year. Product companies, entrepreneurs spend billions of dollars in sales and marketing to increase their revenue. Although they attract the potential customers' attention, they failed because of low conversion rates. Okay, actually, one of our biggest problem we try to solve to increase your conversion rates. When you start to develop your product, and you will see this 5 period of your life, okay? And it's getting harder day by day, okay? At the first day, you think product development is the toughest part of your business. After you launch your product version 1, version first, you have to increase your traffic, and you have to make your leads registered customers, and you have to turn these free users, free trials to paid customers. At the end of the day, your churn management is one of your biggest issues in your company, and we will try to help you guys. Okay, and actually there are a lot of reasons of low conversion and retention rates. Okay, and you know, there are a lot of alternatives, and you can make wrong targeting, or your product doesn't value a lot, and your product can be buggy and some technical issues. But today we will cover the problem which sometimes you cannot tell your product value proposition to your users well, okay? Sometimes your users cannot use your product, even though you have created FAQs, how-to videos, and some articles, some text, some knowledge base. Sometimes your users can need your help, okay? We will talk about this problem today. And in definition slide, actually user onboard is not a thing, okay? It's a process. It's a process which is starting from the user entering your website to the logout, okay? And we define user onboarding is a process of familiarize a new customers or client with a product, with your product or services. Actually, user onboarding, there are examples of user onboarding. Actually, they are like a flow, and you have registering steps, and you can give trial period, and you need to support your customers, and you need to make webinars and demos. They are all in user onboarding, okay? But user guiding can help you increase your product adoption, fasten your product adoption, and user activation. They are two main parts of user onboarding, which we create value, okay? And now, our question is, who the user onboarding is for? Actually, the answer is so simple. All systems which engaging with your users need to have a user onboarding. It's not a choice anymore. Okay, it's a must. I'm always saying this sentence on our webinars, our tutorials, on our sales pitch, and you don't have to buy user guiding, okay? But you have to have user onboarding. Okay, that's your choice. You cannot you don't want to use our product. That's okay. That's all fine. But you have to use a user onboarding tool for better conversion rates, better retention rates, and I will talk about the other benefits of user onboarding right now. And in short, user onboarding provides with you guys two main advantages. Okay, first is it's with well-defined user onboarding, your churn risk diminishes, while you can upsell to your potential customers. Okay, churn risk diminishes and upsell potentials goes up. And here we go. Actually, there are 5 main benefits of user onboarding. First one is high conversion rate. Second one is low customer support cost, more satisfied customers, elevated retention rate, and fast feature adoption. First, I will cover all of them because user onboarding is a special business, okay? And you need to make your guides, you need to make your hotspots, and it takes a little bit time. And you have to believe user onboarding. You need user onboarding. I'm sure all you need to have user onboarding. First one is, as we know, we all made our purchase decisions in our first few minutes. Okay, as a SaaS provider or as an e-commerce provider owner, you shouldn't leave your potential customers during these most critical moments. Okay. You can convert your users with a higher probability with the help of well-built user onboarding steps. That's the biggest opportunity you have today. Okay, today you spend a little efforts, but you can enrich your user experience at a great amount. Second is low customer support cost. You know, customer support is one of biggest and most expensive cost of our business. Okay, and unfortunately, your customer service people devote their significant amount of their time to answer same questions. Okay, they answer same questions at 200 times at a day. But in user onboarding, with a well-built user onboarding, usable interactive guides helps to minimize this time. Okay, and questions and confusions are solved with seconds by onboarding assistant, and we will take a look at that, and without the help of support team. And actually, we have a customer. Actually, they are in an accounting business. It's an open source accounting platform, and actually they are using Userguiding for, I think, for more than 4 months, and they decreased their customer support more than 25%. Actually, they had to answer hundreds of tickets per day, but actually we helped them to increase 1/4 of their tickets. And third one, it's more satisfied customers. You know, with a well-built onboarding process, you can make your users feel more special, more privileged. Okay, and these guides increase also the utilization of your product, which results in more satisfied customers. Then our fourth benefits of user onboarding, retention rate. You know, it's a difficult business have a subscription and has asking money every month. Okay, it's really difficult, and we just started to learn how difficult it is. And thanks AppSumo, and actually they help entrepreneurs their growth stage. Thank you so much again. I'm sorry, but in retention slide, and you know, customers tend to keep paying subscription fees for the products which they can use. Okay, they don't want to pay any money to products which they couldn't use. Okay, and with user onboarding process, and you can make your customers feel like a rock stars with your product. Okay, and it's absolutely increasing your retention rate and product usage. We have a e-commerce customers from Turkey, and that's one of the biggest e-commerce sites in Turkey. Their annual revenue is more than $100 million. And we use user guiding this company for more than 3 months, and they have created beautiful guides for product usage and to increase their retention rate. And we just started the A/B testing on this company, and our results are promising, and we increased 20% and 25% of their feature usage and product usage. Okay, and the last but not least benefits of user onboarding, that's fast feature adoption. Okay, users get used to your product after a certain period and will not consider any new features. That's dangerous. Okay, and they don't ask same questions every day, but they don't also care your new features. Okay, I'm sure you send emails, you send push notifications, and you send in-app message, but they don't care at all. You need to show your value proposition of your new feature when they need it. Okay, with user guiding, you can create your create a guides, and you also have the opportunity to upsell and upgrade your customers' current plans. Okay, and Matt, everything is okay?
Keep going.
Okay. I think everything is okay, right? And please stop me if you have any problem. Okay, and I will. Okay, and how to design user onboarding?
I think people are most like, we want to know how to use the product, so we can just somehow go fast here, then go talk about the usage in detail, but you just keep going. I think.
Okay, and our third part of user onboarding webinar is how to design your user onboarding. Okay, and first you need to identify where the users are having troubles, and you can ask these problems to your end users. Actually, we also use Hotjar, and there are a couple of products, beautiful products. What are the points on your heat map, or what are the frequently asked questions? Okay. And creating guides, yeah, actually, you just need to create interactive guides, okay? In user guiding, you can create interactive guides without any coding. Interactive guides make it possible to take some real actions. At the end of your guides, your end users will access their goals. And you can also create reusable guides. Okay, we have developed user guiding assistant, and your end users can access your guides whenever they need it. And you need to create segmentation. And actually, we have predefined attributes to create segmentation like visited page, referral URL, or browser language. You can also create custom attributes. I'm going fast because I just want to create a couple of guides with you guys together. And we also need to create hotspots. As you see, hotspots are like information boxes, and you need to analyze the effectiveness and efficiency of the guides. And sometimes you are wrong to design your onboarding, and you need to improve your guides. Sometimes you need to remove a couple of steps or add some steps to your guides. And now we are at our fourth part, and how to use user guiding. Actually, it's so easy. You just need to install our Chrome extension. As a SaaS owner or e-commerce provider or freelancer or agency, you have to install our Chrome extension to create your guides. But your end users don't need to install anything. They can access your guides every browsers. And you create interactive guides without coding, and you just need to copy and paste the code into your software, and you can go live by clicking only one button. There are four types of our interactive guides. First one is model. Models are standard window with action buttons, okay? Most of our users use models to say hello and welcome, okay? And they also use models to when they change their pets, and we will take a look at. And we have also tooltip, and tooltips helps you to point out any object on your page, okay? And you can specify any elements on your interface. And we have a click and tooltips. As you guess, they are similar to tooltip, but they are triggered by click actions. You can make your users take real actions by using click and tooltip step type, okay? And we have also input field. That's also tooltip, like tooltip, but it's a step option with input field and autofill options, okay? And we have also hotspots. Hotspots are interaction points that allows you to inform your users. They are static. They are not interactive like our guides, but they're also so useful to make your customers be informed. Okay. In user guiding, you can define which page you want to show your guides. Okay. And we, as I said before, we have some predefined segmentation, but you can also create custom attributes to create special segments. And we have guide analytics and step analytics. You can access your guide view and completion rates and which steps your users are bouncing most, and you will access all the analytics about your guides. You can manage your guide, your users, and you can give some permissions, and you can remove these permissions whenever you want. Before we go to our fifth sections, 5 tips from best practices, I just want to create a couple of guides together to see our extension and our panel. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to.
There are a lot of guys asking about if we can start from the beginning to the end, like how to implement JavaScript code. Maybe they are all talking about. So actually, I can show you guys how to do it. And I am looking for screen sharing option. Ozzy?
Yep.
Do you have any idea? How can I share my screen?
Actually, Matt, you see 15 attendees and sharing options at the left corner.
Yes. Share your screen.
Click share your screen, and you need to install a Chrome extension.
Yeah, I already installed. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yeah, we can see your screen now.
All right, cool. And I want to start with the onboarding phase. And here is the first step, like just it says, let's start. It asks you to create a domain. So I will, actually, I have just copied our website to serve on webdemo.userguiding.com. So I will create web demo. You don't need to give the input as like full URL. You just can enter web demo. So I have added the domain. There are 2 options. You can add your code into head section, or you can just install with Google Tag Manager. I have my Tag Manager open here. If I want, I can just copy and paste the code, or I just can use the Google Tag Manager option. So after I have clicked on this, it asks me to select the account here, and it actually, I don't know, if I click on create and publish tag, yeah, is it coming here somewhere? Or I can copy this one. I'm not sure which Google account I'm logged in now. So here I have my userguiding.com. It has the same tag manager code in this web demo. So I will add this code as custom HTML. You can find the exact same path on our help center. I will name it web demo UG script. And I will trigger this one on, let's say I want to create a new trigger, and trigger will work on page views, which page URL contains web demo. I don't want to show it on our homepage, so I will call web demo trigger. Yeah, let's save it and save this one too. And it's here. Let's submit this one. Yeah, actually that one also came here. And let's say web demo UG script. Edit. I have just published new version. You need to publish your versions. Let's check if it's here. Yeah, we see user guiding code here, 18, 16 something. Is it this one? Yeah, it's here. All right, let's click on next. You are all set. You need to install our Chrome extension. Let's click on this one. I already has this one here. And I'm good to go to panel. And now I want to create a guide using Chrome extension. All you need to click on extension icon, and I need to enter now. It's down here, and yeah, just let me delete these ones. Start from bottom. And to create a guide, this is homepage. I want to talk about the extension before. You can click on home to come back here, guides and hotspots page. You can refresh your data to get the latest version. You can customize your style here. We can talk about it later. You can log out and log back in. You can move your extension using this one. Let's say web demo guide. Demo. I have created my guide. Now you need to create steps to actually create a user onboarding flow. Let's start with a model. Let's add an image here. Like, I don't know, maybe this one. And let's give it a text like welcome to Demo. All right, I got it here. And I want to create a tooltip like start guiding here. And all right, now we have some settings here. It comes with 6 options. First is detail, title, description, domain. I need to add this one to a domain. I will create a domain right now. And actually, which is this one? This account here. I need to see my new domain. Yeah, it's here. So I need to refresh my data. I think it's an older version. Yeah, it's here, web demo. I just related this guide to web demo, and here is targeting. It's just automatically adds your first step to expect your first step to be the targeting setting. And then you can add some segmentation here. You can schedule your guide. You can make it show end time or schedule start and end date. Here are 3 options, which is first one is you may want to show guides anytime user comes to this URL, or you just need to show it once. You may want to show it on assistant. Assistant is here on the right bottom of the screen, and you may want to show it on help page. And here are URL configurations. Sometimes you may want to show this one on all same subdomains. If in these cases you just need to click over subdomain, and that's all. Let's check if it works fine. Yeah, all I need to do right now is to update the live code on our web page, because when I update the code, it just updates the guides also there. Let me close the extension. Let's see. Yeah, first I have to activate also the guide. The guide was not active, so it wasn't shown. So yeah, here, let's update it again. And here. Yeah, here we go. It's live, guys. It's that easy, really. You just need to add some steps, make sure your targeting settings are right, and just update on code. Then it's just right here. So that's like the whole implementation process I want to show. Now Ozzy can take over, I think. If you need more questions, just ask us when the presentation ends. We will happy to answer.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. And I will talk about our step types and okay, and yeah, I will click my webinar guide. Do you see? And actually, I need to share my screen. Okay. Matt, yeah. Do you see our screen? Yeah, everything is fine.
Yeah,
yeah. You can just write me. Okay, thank you. And as you Matt said, we have some customization here, and you can also customize your still assistant. You can customize your assistant text, and you can change the colors of tooltips and models text, and actually you can see your chains at the same time. Okay, and your assistant style is here, and you can change your launcher image, or you can change launcher size. Everything you need to change is here. And you can also change all your assistant text. Okay, after you have created guides, and after you set this guide, make these guides visible on assistant, you just need to click on shown to users section. You just need to click on active. Okay, and as I said in our presentation, we have guides and we have hotspots, and we will create a guide together, and I will say webinar and test, create, and you see you have add a new step button, and you click on add a new step, and as we covered in our presentation, we have 4 kinds of step types. And I will start with a model. Models are like pop-ups. You don't need to specify any element on your interface. You can add images, and you can add GIFs to your models, and you can you can type your content. Okay, and I will click on save. You can preview your step, and you can edit your content whenever you want. You can delete your image you uploaded. I will create another tooltip, and I will say your guides are here, and I will save, and I will add a click and tooltip now, and I will click on segmentation. Click to segmentation. Okay. And I can preview my whole guide. Okay, and you see in click and tooltip and tooltips, we have a new icon. It's reselect element. Sometimes you need to change your element which you selected before. Sometimes your interface changed. Sometimes you selected it wrong. You don't need to delete your step. Okay, you just need to click on reselect element and select it again. Just for example, our tooltips here, it says your guides are here, but I realize I choose wrong element, wrong div on my account, and I will choose our header. Okay, then I click on preview. I change it. Okay. And I have another trick for you guys. Sometimes you need to change your order of your steps, okay? Think about, you have a guide with 6 steps, but you should create a new step between second and third steps, okay? And you can create a new steps, and you just need to drag and drop wherever you want. Okay, I will preview my guide. Yes, that's our guide, and I can go ahead, click to segmentation, and we have small directives here. You can change the language. You can translate it your local language, if you wish. And you know our click to segmentation. That's our third step. Now I will make it first one. I just drag my third step and I made it first one. I will preview my guide and it starts from the third one. And I need to show our fourth and last step type. That's input field. When you click input field, you remember you can select any element when you use tooltip and click and tooltip. But if you choose input field, you can just select input fields on your page. I have an input field here and I will choose this art and I will say give a name to your new segment. Okay, I will click and I will preview my step. You see, there is no any next or previous button here because I have a small warning. It says field input to proceed. I will input proceed AppSumo links. Okay, when you start to write or fill your input, you see you have some buttons down previous or next where you are. Okay, you can also create some autofill features by using input field. Okay, you just need to enable autofill active, and you will say, I will say AppSumo members. I will click on save and I refresh my page and I preview my step. You see I have an autofill function here. When I click on it, the input field is filled by automatically. That's our step types, and I will also talk about a little bit of our hotspots. Hotspots are also important. Hotspots are also so important for your user onboarding process. And you need to create a hotspot group first, because you can have a lot of hotspots and it's difficult to find which hotspots are on which page. Okay, you need to create hotspot group group your hotspots. Okay, and I will create actually I can create analytics hotspots, and I will say analytics hotspots too, because I have already one. And now you just need to add a new hotspots, and when you click on hotspots, add a new hotspots, and you can put your hotspots wherever you want. Okay, I will choose guides view section, and I will say guides view means, and you can customize your hotspots. You can change its beacon, you can change its font size, or you can change its color. You can also change its distance. Okay, and you can by default your hotspots will be shown to end users when they click on it. Okay, but you can change this option if you choose hovered option, your end users will be able to show your content of your hotspots when they hover. Okay, we have also hide option. By default, that's an deactivated function. But if you choose shown, your hotspots will have an X button at the corner of top right. I will create my hotspots, and I will create. I have created, but I didn't see because I just need to preview my hotspots group. Yet that's here, and you can select your element. You can reselect your element. I think I didn't save it before because it's undefined. It's completed, and I save. And you see, I can show my hotspots here. And we talked about guide steps, and we talk about hotspots group. Now, Mohammed also said, but I want to repeat it again. And you can change your guide settings whenever you need it. You need to change, and you need to, your targeting sections here, and your segmentation is here. You can schedule your guides, and you can make your choices where you want to show your guides, and you can change your URL of your steps. That's easy like that.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Okay, guys.
I want to talk about the best practices before getting into your questions. I know you have a lot of questions, and let me share my screen back and talk you a few about the best practices, because we have experienced a few actually interesting things. Like first, as number of steps increase, your completion rate will be decreasing. Like if you create guides of 7, 8, 9, even more steps, your guides will be completed really in a really low percentage. So just keep it in mind. Better to have guides in between 4 and 5 steps. And then the first step is the important one. You will see in your step analytics, detailed analytics section, you will have the lowest conversion, biggest bounce on your first step. So there are a few reasons why this is happening. First is, I think you trigger guides automatically, and users don't want to get disrupted while they start to use your product. So they just click on X, or they don't know what to do, so they just close it. So keep in mind, you should really focus on first step. And here is the tip for you: start with a model. And it's really interesting. In one of our biggest customer, like they have about 100,000 users per month actively, and they are showing guides like more than 200,000 guides for a month. And this is their analytics result. We saw that if they start a guide with a model and also with an image which represent their company's profile, and they saw that user finishes guides with a rate of 27% more. So just think about starting with a model. And also, if you use special images like your executives saying about, this is also our oldest customer, Mobile Action, one of our oldest customers. And we always start there with the CEO, like, "Hi, welcome. Thanks for signing up. I have something for you. It's just 4 steps. I sure, like, it's really short, I promise, it says, and it just increases the completion rates. Please keep in mind that. Also use GIFs, custom designs, that helps a lot. So, and also guide navigation. In guide navigation, it's a model step. You just add guide navigations into it. It is just giving your users options. Your users may want to configure a domain. They may want to create a user. They may want to activate a guide. Just give them options, and they will be like more interested in what they want to see. So these are our tips for you, and we can go to your questions right now, I think.
All right, so I have been making a list of the questions that have been coming through. Let's see, we'll start with Julia's question. She asked, can we create a guide once and deploy it on several websites without having to create it again?
Yeah, definitely. All they need to do is actually adding the same domain script, same user guiding script into these sites. Then they just need to configure their flow settings, and we have a few articles for that. I will make sure we share it on chat box also. Yeah, so it's possible.
Okay, great. And Kyle's asking, he said, so guides are automatic based upon targeting, and hotspots are user action initiated, right?
Yeah, actually not exactly. Like, guides are triggered by segmentations and targeting settings based on them, and hotspots are also.
Okay.
But in hotspots, they have options to let users hide forever those hotspots. Yeah.
Okay, so that leads me to the next question. It says, if a user hasn't completed all the steps in a guide, will it remember if the user comes back and remember where it left off, where he or she left off?
Actually, it can be annoying if a user quits a guide. That means he or she don't want to see or complete that guide. So we don't keep it. We just remember they started, so we don't show again. It's only shown once.
Chris, actually, we show your guides only one time by default, okay? Because showing same guides to the users is really annoying, and nobody wants to see it again. But we have also show, but we have also show always function. Sometimes you just need to show some models or guide navigation to show always. You can do that, but we don't suggest that.
Okay, great. So someone's asking, does it make sense to integrate this with Support Hero? Is that a good solution?
Yeah, definitely, because your users may want to see the text-based articles of how to complete tasks, but they may also want to actually complete that guide, like step-by-step, result-oriented. They want to finish the task at the end. So using user guiding, let them do that. So they can actually add our shareable links into their Support Hero content. So that is quite possible and also good to do.
A good idea, great. And Kyle's also asking, how do you push info on users for segmentation?
Yeah, actually there are some built-in default segmentations, like referrer URLs, visited pages, languages, and a bunch of stuff which are provided by browser itself. And we also store these data in the websites, local storage, some technical stuff. I don't want to bother you with that. And you can also use custom attributes, like they can send their data to us with custom attributes. Then they just use those data in their segments.
Okay. And we have Adrian asking, do you have a public roadmap?
Yeah, we have, and I will share it in a couple of seconds. And we use Trello to our roadmap, and I will share it right now. And it's actually we host 2 webinars every week, and I will share the webinar registration form with you, all of our attendees. We have the first one is User Guiding Basic. In User Guiding Basic, we talk about how to create guides and how to create hotspots. And we also have a second webinar. Its name is User Guiding Advanced. In Advanced webinar, we talk about guide settings, how to create segmentation, User Guiding Assistant. If you need to go deeper, please join our webinars, and we will also host next week. Please enroll our webinars. And I found my roadmap. Okay, share it with you guys.
Yeah, great.
Excellent. So we are coming up on the 1 hour mark here. So we're going to close this out. Thank you, Ozzy and Matt, for showing the viewers user guiding.
Yeah.
For those of you who are still on the webinar, we're going to give away the $100 AppSumo gift card right now. And all you have to do to enter is comment in the chat box, and I'm going to choose someone at random. Matt and Ozzy, again, thank you so much. Let our viewers know how they can get a hold of you. You can give a shout out to your Facebook, your social channels, or your website if you'd like.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks so much. Okay, thank you so much, Chris, and thank you so much for taking time. And I hope it will be useful. Actually, we don't bother you how to create custom attributes by Google Tag Manager as a data source, because that's an advanced topic. We just want to talk about how did we start, and our story and user onboarding benefits. And thank you so much again. If you need to go deeper, please enroll our webinars. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank
Great.
you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. See you
So
around.
the winner of the gift card is Julia. So Julia, what I want you to do is send an email to olman@appsumo.com. It's OLMAN @appsumo.com. So guys, we are doing these webinars every week now. So our next webinar is next Tuesday. We'll be doing it with Social Insider at 11 a.m. If you want to check that out, then you can just go right to the deal page and sign up for the webinar. Again, thank you guys for hanging out with us today, and have a great day. Bye-bye.